came to how much bills cost, just the regular day to day, like how much does it cost to live in as an adult? What is the, how do you do a budget? How do you prepare meals and you fix it? How do you keep a home clean? Like life skills. Because I'm not going to fault all parents, because being a parent, being an adult is difficult. And I think every parent and adult does the best that they can. But I most definitely was not prepared to be out in this world and to function properly. I think there was such a big learning curve, and I think so much people, they just get thrown into the deep end when they become an adult, and that's the reason why so much people take advantage of them. They didn't have conversations about what they should do, what they shouldn't do, who to trust, don't fall for this gimmick, and things like that. So I made sure now, because of how I was raised and things that I went through, I made sure now I talk to my little nieces and cousins and other people in my family and talk about real things, like this is how much rent is going to cost you. This is how you save money. This is how you budget. You know, don't trust everybody. Have your own sense of self esteem. Don't let anybody tell you who you are. I think that's one of the most important skills that anybody could ever give a child. Of course, you need to teach them like how to, keep a home and do things like that, which I think every parent should give their kids, that give how to keep a home, how to cope in life, that it's okay to cry, um, and like not really focusing your mind on who you should trust and things like that. And most people don't allow their children to be prepared for this life. I wasn't prepared for it. Most of my siblings weren't prepared for it. Most of my friends were not prepared for it. And nobody really talks about this. And I think as an adult, I think this is a very important conversation to have. Were you prepared to be an adult? Were you prepared to function? Or did you lose a lot? There's so much people that they experience bankruptcy. There's so much things that, like, you're 18, you're out of the house, and you're not prepared for. I don't think most parents prepare you for financial literacy, because they don't have financial literacy. They don't know anything about budgeting and credit and how to save money and things like that. Those are life skills that I think the majority of people around the world just don't know how to deal with life, how to function when it comes to financial literacy, who to trust, teaching your kids about self esteem and respecting themselves, teaching your kids to have boundaries. Hi, Carter. Teaching kids to have boundaries, teaching, all these things should be taught, but I don't believe that they're taught at all to the majority of the population. Most people 18 and up, you get put out there, and then the reality of bills, budgeting, how are you going to eat, coping with working from day to day, how to function. And it's not a good thing. Hey, Echo, how are you doing? Welcome. Did you get my message on my video? I never got an email from you. I hope you're doing great. Um, one of the things that I know, I definitely was not prepared to live and to function in day to day life, and that's not a good thing. You know, I, I had, I've made a lot of bad decisions being young, because I wasn't prepared. There were certain conversations that I think parents, aunties, uncles, and other people don't have with their children that needs to be had. Like, be careful of predators. Don't do certain things. Um, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I don't. I never have understood why. Some parents